What's going on, beautiful people? In today's video, we're going to discuss somewhat of a more serious topic. We're going to talk about depression, what it looks like, what it feels like, and how you should be able to look out for others around you, whether they live with you or friends you know in other places that may be going through depression. So, it's a real topic, real important topic. Let's get after it. So everyone, welcome back to the channel. And if this is your first time here to my channel, the Majestic Lifestyle Coaching Channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. In this channel, we discuss various things in order to help individuals who may have given up in life or who are close to giving up or who are having a tough time finding success, but they want to get to the next level. They want to find a way to make their dreams come true. We'll be discussing different types of topics and pointers and tools that help you build up the character to become who you need to become in order to have the right things in place to get to where you want to get to in life. But before we go any further, I need you to do one thing for me. I want you to hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell as well, so that every time, so that you can help support the channel. And every time there's a new video that comes out, you can be notified and up to date with each video that we launch. All right. So depression, what does it look like? One thing that I notice here in America is because we're a capitalistic society, we talk a lot about working hard, pulling yourself up by your bootstrap, and doing what you have to do. But in the conversation of the race relation and things like that, a lot of people have brought up the point that says, what if you don't have any boots to pull up? Or what if you don't have the strength to pull up your boots? What if you've tried to put on the boots you have, and every time you went out to do something, the boots were dirtied, cut up, ripped, and just damaged every time. And every time you look down on your boots, you realize you can't even use it anymore. Well, the discussion of depression is very complicated. And yes, there's a lot more information out right now, but there's some people who still don't get it. One thing that I see often on social media are people that get irritated with lazy people, people that, get annoyed with the people that don't try hard enough. But here's the thing. We all need to understand this is for the people who may have depressed people around them, and this is both for the people who are depressed. We need to understand what depression looks like. Not everyone knows what it looks like. Nowadays, we know a little bit more because we've seen people who are successful, billionaires, millionaires, successful comedians and actors who committed suicide. So we kind of understand a little bit more that success doesn't cure depression. Success, money, fame, wealth, all these things don't solve the issue of depression. So we need to have more empathy, and we need to stop just thinking about it from our own perspective and understand there's people dealing with things that we don't understand. And oftentimes you might see people around you or people going through things and you think, man, this person is just lazy. But you don't understand this person is dealing with depression. So let's take a look at the symptoms of depression. So when it comes to the symptoms of depression, we all need to recognize where they are. So we need to know whether we're experiencing it or whether you have someone that may be going through it. And oftentimes it's going to last at least a week or more. So when it comes to the feelings of depression, people will experience sadness, anger, guilt, and hopelessness. How many times have you seen someone go through this and you may have misdiagnosed yourself or someone else going through it and thinking that they're just not doing enough, or they're just being lazy, or they just want to sit there and rely on other people, not realizing that this person could be dealing with something more serious, i.e. depression. Okay, so let's look at the next symptoms, which is on behavior. The symptoms of behavior are social isolation, lack of energy, low motivation, poor concentration, sleep problems, and big changes in appetite. How often have you seen that in somebody, or how often have you felt that within yourself? Definitely something to think about. Next are your thoughts. The symptoms of depression when it comes to thoughts are poor self esteem, thoughts of suicide, loss of interest in activity. Like I said, these symptoms will often last a week, at least a week, and they'll go back and forth. So the person can have it for a week, couple of weeks, a month, then they can feel better, then they come back, it comes back and forth and goes, it comes in and comes out. Gotta learn how to realize these signs either within yourself or within somebody else. So this when as we look at these symptoms, there are a lot of people you've dealt with that you've seen those patterns in. A lot more people than we think. And that there are things that you might have dealt with if you're in denial, or you don't understand why you feel the way you do, or the things you've gone through. So I want you to go over those symptoms again and think about it. Have I experienced these things, or do I know someone who went through these things? Because according to the National Suicide Prevention Association or whatever, they say at least 10% of Americans are dealing with suicide. So let's look at some more pointers when it comes to the suicide rates and the points of depression. So looking at this stats here, and this is by the DBSalliance.org on depression statistics. Major depressive disorder affects approximately 17.3 million American adults, or about 7.1, and I've seen stats up as high as 10%. 7.1% to about 10% of the U.S. population 18 or older. This is according to the National Institute of Mental Health and Major Depression study in 2017. Major depressive disorder is more prevalent in women than men. This is according to the Journal of Medical Association, a 2003 study, and that's the information on that. The next stat is 1.9 million children ages 3 to 17 have been diagnosed with depression. That's according to the Center of Disease Control Data and Statistics on Children's Mental Health in 2018. Lastly, adults with a depressive disorder or symptoms have a 64% greater risk of developing coronary artery diseases. That is according to the National Institute of Health, Heart Disease, and Depression, a two-way relationship in 2017. I saw a stat here that was really important as well. There's a lot of different stats, but this little section here was definitely important. 7 million adults aged 65 years and older are affected by depression, according to the Center for Disease Control in 2009. And more than one out of 6 Americans working full-time or part-time are assisting their family or an elderly person or a disabled family member, relative, or friend. A survey of these adult caregivers found that 40 to 70% of them have clinically significant symptoms of depression. This is according to the Family Caregiver Alliance of 2006 and 2011. And it goes on and on. Like, you can look up these stats. A lot of people are dealing with depression. And why this is important now is in this time of isolation, and I spoke about that in the last video that you can go back and watch, that I posted last week. Earlier this week. In this time of isolation, it's easy for the people who are dealing with deep depression to slip through the cracks. It's easy for them to be self-isolated and dig deeper into depression. The bills are going to pile up, so it's easy for people to get more depressed. It's easy for people to become more in despair and depression at this time. So let's keep that in mind as we're dealing with the COVID-19 and we're dealing with depression. Recognize the signs within yourself, or recognize those signs within a loved one, a friend, a family member that you may know. Okay. Lastly, I want to share with you some important phone numbers. So according to the National Depression hotline. These I'm going to share these numbers with you if you feel like you're going through depression and you need some help. Please, please, please reach out and speak to somebody. If you're feeling any of these symptoms, if you're not feeling your best, if you're feeling suicidal, please, you matter. You're more important than you know. And there's people out there who love you and who would miss you if you take your own life. And if you're feeling like you're sinking into depression, reach out to some simple things you can do. Speak to a family member, speak to a trusted friend, trusted loved one. Contact a mental health professional, because there's only a few ways to fix depression, because it is a mental disease. There's only 3 ways to fix it. You have to go to a mental professional, speak to a family friend and loved ones, and of course, if it continues, you definitely have to go from that to the mental professional. Medication, because there's things that the medical professional can prescribe to you that would help you. And activities, getting out, doing anything, because when you lay in bed, when you're not doing anything, it's worse for you. So you definitely want to get active and get involved. So you try getting active. If that doesn't help, speak to a family member. If that doesn't help, speak to a mental professional. And if they decide that you need medication, they will administer those medication, prescribe those medication to you. Okay, and so the numbers that I have here is the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is 1-800-273-8255. 1-800, and I'm going to write it here, 273-8255. The National Prevention Hotline for Spanish is 1-888-628-9454. In Spanish is Nacional de Prevención del Suicidio. Okay? El número es 1-888-628-9454. 888-628-9454. Okay? If you're deaf or a person that's deaf or hard of hearing, they can call 1-800-799-4889. So give that to a friend or a loved one that's either deaf or hard of hearing. 1-800-799-4899. And Veterans Crisis Hotline. This is very important. A lot of veterans they're not well and they need help. If you're a veteran or if you know a veteran that needs help, this is the number they can call. 1-800-273-8255. 1-800-273-8255. Or they can also text. Text the number to 838-255. This is by text. To get help for a veteran, you can text 838-255. All right. So, folks, if you're feeling like you're getting suicidal, if you feel your energy is going down, your hope is going down, please reach out to somebody, whether you start with a loved one or go directly to the hotlines. All right. So I took the time to do this because there's too many people that are taking their lives that actually matters. When you unfortunately take your life, there's a dream that's not accomplished. People that could have been helped that won't be helped. And one thing I want you to understand too, this time we're definitely learning that essential workers, that's everybody. Because guess what? The person at McDonald's, at the restaurant, at the cleaning company, the person at the toll booth, the person driving taxis, Ubers, all the service industry, medical professionals, the people that are cleaning the hospital, like shout out to these people. You all matter. Without you guys, the world stops. We often put a lot of emphasis on the CEOs, the entertainers, the athletes, the people at the top. But we don't understand. If someone's not cleaning that gym, if someone's not connecting those wires, if someone's not collecting those tickets, if someone's not doing security outside, if someone's not guarding the street, the world stops to function. Everything would stop. So these things are very crucial. No matter what you do right now, you are important. That's what I want you to know. Okay? So if you need help, please seek help. You matter. Love you guys. And keep going. I'm doing this because I believe you matter. All right? So, folks, if you enjoy this talk, if you know someone that can use this information, A lot of people in America can use this. Please share this information. Share it on your Facebook, social media, or send the link to someone directly. Okay, go ahead and hit the like button to help support this channel so we can do more of this. Hit the subscribe button below to be part of this channel and help it grow. Hit the notification bell as well, and like I said, share this video. If you have overcome, or if you have a positive word that you want to leave for someone else that may be going through all of this, definitely leave it behind. And if leave it in the comment section. And if there's some information that could help somebody, also leave that in comment section below. All right, folks, you matter. I love you guys. I want you to succeed, and I want you to get there. Let's all get there together. So until the next time, remember, and throughout the month of March, and probably beyond that, I post every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Content to help people who want to build themselves up in business, build their creative business or aspect, or who are feeling like they've given up or they don't know what to do to get to the next level in success. Let's push and let's do it together. All right. So, folks, go ahead and stay tuned, and I'll see you on Friday. But until then, live your best life and live that majestic lifestyle. In other words, be the best you can be in every aspect of your life. All right. Take care.